the most realistic online racing sim ever made. This is iRacing. Detailed laser scan tracks, fully dynamic, real world cars, and over 50 series to choose from. 6 online world championships offering over $400,000 in annual prizes. This is the original esport racing game. This is iRacing.
Welcome back, once again, race fans, here to the Turn 3 Racing Network. Tonight, Split Decisions Racing's heads off into Watkins Glen International Raceway. Gonna be a fine night here in upstate New York. 66-degree track, air temperature out there. Track pretty cool as well, 70 degrees. Ready to have these drivers turn left and right for the third time so far this season. Race number 12 on our hands here tonight. The Merit Construction Services 125. How you doing? How you feeling out there in TV land, race fans? Glad you could all join us here tonight on the Turn 3 Racing Network. 3.5 minutes into tonight's qualifying session. There you can see Michael Young in his 62 Chevy Silverado on pit road, ready to make his qualifying attempts. Open qualifying session here tonight for these drivers, so multiple drivers out there on track right now. We'll get to some of those drivers making their way around the speedway. Tell you what, why don't we go ahead, throw up a little bit of your qualifying information for you. There you can see that 38 of Ryan Johnson, top of the speed charts right now. Quick time, 1:13.23. And well, how you been, race fans? Seriously, honestly, out there in TV land, sorry we couldn't get here last week when these drivers hit the track due to unforeseen circumstances and technical issues. seemed to have some problems, but nonetheless, we are back trackside once again here for Split Decisions Racing's Turtle Shells Triple Threat season of 2021. That's right, triple threat. 3 NASCAR classes all on the track at the same time, all running together. Very interesting little twist on things here for a lot of the NASCAR fans. Gonna take a little bit of the IMSA style racing and add it in as well. We've got a timed event. That's right, lap count does not matter, although we do have a running bet out there to see who can try to snatch guessing how many laps these drivers do complete. Still sitting at $35 right here this week. So if you can guess the amount of laps that these drivers are going to be able to put in this hour and a half timed event, well, you get yourself a little PayPal present from Darkside Dave in the Cave. So once again, just another reason to click that thumbs up, hit subscribe, and smash that bell over there on the right-hand side to get notified any time we go live. Now 6 minutes clicking off the stopwatch here in this 10-minute qualifying session. Ryan Johnson still your provisional pole sitter. Joshua Sosi right there behind him. Justin Wilson. Chase Berry making his appearance here tonight. So Berry trying to get out there on the track. Trying to see who that is. It looks like Elijah Travis. His name's a little bit, I don't know what's going on with that right there. A few of these drivers having some mixed up issues with the ticker there. Interesting concept. Well, not much going on the track, so let's see who's out there. I tell you what, let's go out there on board. Let's see how Jeffrey Ramsdell gets around this track in his 97 Chevy Camaro. There you can see beat up on that right rear already, so has backed it in. And oh my goodness, the whole front end torn off of it. Modified racing here at the Glen. 54 out there with the media putting things out on social media for him, letting everybody know he is not enjoying the night here. This is not his cup of tea, but still going to go out there and try to get the best that he can out of the car. Brian Huntley Jr. in that 54 Camaro. Interesting to see Ramsdell still going around the track, and there you can see locking it up, having some issues. Why don't we jump out now with Chris Wheeler in the 22 Bass Pro Shops Chevy Camaro. Wheeler trying to make his way up through the point standings. Coming into tonight's race, sitting 5th in points in the Cup class. That's right, in the Cup class, we've got leaders in the Xfinity class, leaders in the truck class as well, and don't think that those Cup cars are always dominant or those Xfinity cars always dominating over the trucks. It has been a mixed bag throughout the field all year long as Wheeler goes into that outside retaining wall. We'll take a look back here with Richard Mueller as he takes his 92 around turn number 1, getting that Xfinity machine running strong. Back up through the uphill S's into the back stretch. Little short shoot down here to the bus stop. Gonna have to make that quick right, left, right turn and into the carousel. There you can see him down into the bus stop. Makes it nice and smooth. Doesn't look like he's all over the curbs too much. We'll have to wait to see how this time lap fares out for Mueller here. Through the carousel, nice and clean, not overstretching it, overshooting it to the outside. No contact with the grass right there. Very important when you're road course racing to keep it on the asphalt. I know that sounds rather silly, but just keep your eye out there and see. There you can see right there already tearing up some of that grass, getting some dust and dirt up on the track. That's going to sell some trouble for a few drivers later on tonight, as drivers continue to do that and continue to spit some dirt out on the track. And now with less than 60 seconds to go, we'll watch Mueller make his way across the line, 1:14.66, so he'll still slot in that 5th spot. Quick time, your pole sitter for tonight's American Construction Services 125, Ryan Johnson. And well, race fans, we're going to go ahead, step away from the track for just a brief commercial break, head down trackside for the national anthem. So don't go anywhere. We will be right back.
So proudly wailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming. And the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Already off to a quick start, standing start, not taking a pace lap around here tonight. These drivers just going to fire it off right off the line. Ryan Johnson takes off, leaves Joshua Sousey, Richard Mueller behind, Chase Berry right there, Luke Smith still in that fifth spot, Andy Turner, Justin Wilson, William Klingbeil back in the 8th, Elijah Travis in 9th, 10th place, Adam Benefield making up 2 spots for where he started tonight. Chris Wheeler sitting in the 11th spot. Tyler Rush in that 27 truck back in the 12th spot. Brian Huntley Jr., Mark Ackerman, as well as Jeffrey Ramsdale, Patrick Gaspard, Thomas Myers, Kayla McCarthy back on the field here tonight. Once again, in her Xfinity machine, Dave Gilbert, Richard Crane, Michael Ayward also out there on the track. Going to throw the timing and scoring up across the top of the screen as we come to complete lap number 1 here. That's right, but keep in mind, lap count does not matter unless you want your shot at winning Dave's money. That's right, $35 on the line if you can guess how many laps these drivers are going to be able to complete here tonight for the Merritt Construction Services 125 from Watkins Glen. We'll go ahead and throw the time remaining back up on the screen so you can keep track of that as well. Drivers beginning to gap themselves around this track. We'll throw that information up for you as well. You can see drivers mixed up at the front of the field. Richard Mueller, one of those drivers in the Xfinity Series, sitting 3rd on the speedway right now, so you do not have to be in one of those Cup cars to be at the front of this field. Ryan Johnson, Joshua Sousey sitting right there, 1-2. Both of those drivers are Cup drivers, both of them starting to really step away. Already a 3-second advantage for Sousey over Ryan Mueller, who's sitting back in that 3rd spot. We'll go back, take a look at this battle as Chase Berry with an A. He comes around in his KB all-around shop. That Silverado looking pretty sporty here tonight. One of the newcomers here to the Split Decisions Racing Turtle Shells Triple Thread the 2021 season right here, live week in and week out, each and every Friday night on the Turn 3 Racing Network. Shout out to all the race fans out there in TV land. Once again, glad you could all join us here tonight. Drivers turning left and right tonight here at the Glen, back through the uphill chicane once again, and you can already see those top two drivers, and even Richard Mueller right here in front of Chase Berry. He's starting to step away. So right now on track, we've got your three classes of cars all represented inside of your top four. Patrick Gaspar with some trouble. Michael Ayward goes around as well. We'll go back, take a look, see what happened here in just a brief moment, trying to watch this battle between Barry and Ryan Mueller. Both of those drivers battling for position. Both of those drivers leading their respective classes. Ryan Mueller leading the Xfinity class right now, and as you can tell, that 5 of Barry sitting in the truck class. So running strong here, even though they're not in those higher horse-powered Cup cars. These drivers still able to keep their self near the front of this field. We'll take a look back here, see what happened with Gaspar. Gaspar gonna go around the track, around off the track, I believe. There you can see that 86 to the outside in his Chevy Silverado. Looks like gets down into the corner, locks it up, and just goes around. Luckily for that 86 and the entire crew, no contact, and when that happened, Michael Ayward also had some trouble on the track. We'll take a look to see how it all went down with Ayward. There you can see him coming down that front stretch and into turn one. This is going to be a trouble spot for a lot of drivers. Downhill off Camber Corner. Drivers get caught out left and right there. No pun intended with the left and right on the speedway, as we've still got that battle between Ryan Mueller and Barry. But now the 10 of Luke Smith. He starts to make his way on to the scene. There you can see a wounded truck just in front of these drivers. Let's take a look and see who that very well may have been. Looks like, well, not seeing anything on the speed charts. I believe that may be the 12 of James Hickson. Yes, it is Hickson with some troubles. Looks like Patrick Gaspar goes around again. He's going to go ahead and hit pit road with that one. Go ahead and use that one fast repair here in the Split Decisions Racing's Turtle Shells Triple Threat 2021 season. Going to continue to jump our way around the track. Different camera shots, different camera angles coming at you from different drivers on the speedway. There you can see right now Justin Wilson making his way up that uphill chicane, trying to get his self back there in touch with Luke Smith running in that 10. Machine Smith with a fine run here tonight so far, up one spot from where he started, so knocking on the door of that top 5 and gonna have it. Now he's gonna look to see if he can get by Richard Mueller. And how about Chase Berry? Berry going up there and taking that 3rd spot away, so a truck driver right there in one of your overall podium positions, still leading the truck class. But the 58 of a Justin Wilson, he is making his way up through the field rather quickly as well. So 2 trucks represented right there inside of your top 6. That is a tight running class of the field. Ryan Mueller kind of being the oddball up here at the front of this field. Your top 6 all from different classes. You've got 3 Cup cars up inside of your top 6. You've got 2 trucks, and you've got just 1 lonely Xfinity Series driver, Richard Ryan Mueller, right there in that 5th spot. We're going to take a look back off of that 92's rear deck lid right at Justin Wilson. Wilson has been making some good gains here after falling 3 spots from where he started tonight's race. So he qualified up in that 3rd position, lost some time on these first few laps. Now trying to make his way back up through the field, looks to the inside on the carousel, trying to get by Remuller. Remuller gonna go to the high side here, wide on the corner out of the carousel. He's still gonna keep that spot as they head to turn, I believe this is turn number 6. Thomas Myers, hearing that Thomas Myers had an off-track excursion, came back on, and then had more trouble with a little on-track incident. So we're going to go take a look back, see how it all happened, see what went down with Myers. You can see that 77 makes his way around the corner and just into that inside Armco barrier. And that's a pretty tough spot to be in right there. He's going to have to get the ship corrected. One driver by, a second driver by, gets the ship righted right here. And then I believe he has yet another issue. You can hear that engine struggling as he's trying to get back up to speed. Trouble out of the carousel for Myers. We'll go back live up at the front of the field with Richard Reimuller because he has got Justin Wilson all over him. This is your closest battle on the speedway right now. Just under a tenth of a second as now Reimuller still on that outside lane but running hard towards one of the final corners here at the Glen. Reimuller stuck to the inside. He's going to have the run. Will he force the 58 wide just a little bit? Both stay on the track. Now that inside preferred line goes to the truck. Can he pull the speed down the straightaway? I think this is where we're going to see that Xfinity machine make some ground up as they head to turn one. There you can see him side by side, dead heat, out braking the Xfinity car. Look at that. Justin Wilson going to take that fourth spot away from Reimuller as he continues to fall back into the clutches of Andy Turner. And looking back at Turner, I do believe, excuse me, I do believe Turner, one of those Xfinity Series drivers as well. So now all the way back to 6. We've got 2, 2, and 2, I do believe now. All represented up inside that top 6. William Klingbeil sitting back in 7th in his 83 machine. Elijah Travis, the alien, checking in earlier on the YouTube side of things. He's out there having a fine run up inside the top 10 in the 8th position. Chase Berry has fallen from grace. That 5 has had some issues, and he is all the way back to the 9th spot after running very strong up near the front of the field. Adam Benefield going to round out your top 10. Matter of fact, Barry had an incident. Let's go take a look and see what happened to this 5. And Patrick Anderson chiming in. He's the only one chiming in so far here. And oh, there you seen Barry. Hard impact right there. Coming out of turn 1. Lit the tires up. Was unable to catch the truck. And around he goes. Hard impact. That's more than likely going to call for a fast repair. But Patrick Anderson, oh, more contact. Oh my goodness. Drivers with trouble all over Richard Reimuller. No front clip left on his Xfinity machine. Let's see what happened. There you can see 2 truck drivers just in front of Reimuller. Looks like both of them, oh, and into the grass. That's what happened. I believe that is the 51 of Elijah Travis making his way through now, but oh my goodness. That is, oh my. I am not sure who that was with Richard Reimuller. We'll check back, see if we can't see. I believe that may be the 19 possibly. Oh, hard impact for both of those drivers. We'll rejoin the field back live once again. Looking off the tail end of Elijah Travis's Toyota Supra. Travis, one of those drivers promoted from the Truck Series here this season and into the Xfinity car, has had a little bit of a rough go at it. Slowly but surely, he's been clicking off some quicker laps, holding pace a little bit better here, kind of figuring it out as he goes here midway through the season. Look for Travis to slowly start to make his way up there through the point standings here in the Xfinity Series, sitting right there. As a matter of fact, I believe he is sitting top of the point standings right now in that Xfinity class. So Travis, even though he's had a bit of a struggle, he's had consistency, and that is what is king here in Split Decisions Racing's Turtle Shells Triple Threat 2021 season. Dave Gilbert has an off-track excursion. He gets himself righted and headed back in the right direction. There you can see Gilbert, no front clip either. Elijah Travis digging trying to get by Michael Hayward, the wounded lap down machine. There you can see the back markers coming into play. Travis trying to make his way back through and around that 7. Off the tail end of the 5 of Chase Berry. That's going to look back at that battle between, I believe that is Adam Benefield sitting back there. Travis able to make his way by the drivers once again. Chase Berry going to fall to the wayside. So Berry lost some spots, lost some ground. He's trying to minimize the damage. Oh, and a lockup, big time lockup there from Elijah Travis. He's going to go off track. Looks like Travis having some big time trouble there. We'll take a look back, see what happened here with Elijah. Gets on the brakes, locks it up, doesn't want to turn. Oh, and then contact with the 5 into the Armco barrier and around. The 51 of Travis goes. He's going to light the tires up, try to get it righted. He's going to lose quite a bit of ground, but still not it's probably worse than it looked, but it might be okay. Luke Smith hard charging once again. That 10 has come from 3 spots back from where he started tonight, outside of your top 5. He's got his machine headed towards the front of the field right now, running in the 3rd spot, but he is quite a ways behind. Your top 2 drivers have absolutely stepped away. Joshua Sousey sitting about 17.3 seconds in front of Smith right now. In another 2, almost 3 seconds in front of Sousey is Ryan Johnson. So already a 20-second gap between your front runner, Ryan Johnson, and Luke Smith sitting in that 3rd overall position. So a big time gap from the drivers at the front of the field, but we'll take a look around the track, see what's happening out there, see if we can't find some battles, see if we can't find some things going down. There you can see Dave Gilbert. He's still struggling out on the racetrack with no front clip as we inch closer and closer to just 1 hour remaining right now. 69 minutes, well, 69 and a half if you want to get technical, left in tonight's Merritt Construction Services 125. Do want to take a moment to recognize, give a big time shout out to Merritt Construction Services for coming on the board here tonight, supporting, sponsoring tonight's event here at Watkins Glen for the Merritt Construction's 125, dealing in pretty much a full scope of concrete services, services providing structural maintenance, strengthening. They even do stadiums, bonded overlays, whether it's industrial, manufacturing, or even residential. They've got things and methods to fit your needs. Precast maintenance and repair also going down here with the Merritt Construction Services. So any type of concrete needs or wants you got, go on over and check out Merritt Construction Services. You can find them on Facebook.com. And Patrick almost forgot. Let's see. I've only got about 7 minutes remaining before I can put in this this lap count. So let's see here. Believe we're gonna go with, you say 54. So you know what? I think these drivers may get a little bit more than that. I think they can pull out 62 laps here tonight at the Glen. So we're gonna go ahead and run that 62 laps, and well, we'll see if anybody can win Dave's money. Can Dave win Dave's money? Is that possible? Can I do that? Tyler Rush in the 27 machine, still looking good out there. Looks like all the fenders are straight, but it does look like a few drivers have had a little bit of issues pitting back on what would have been his 9th lap on the speedway. Richard Mueller is going to go ahead and come down, get some service there. You can see his Camaro beaten and banged up on the front end. 38 makes his way by. Or is that the 83? I don't see a 38 out there on the timing and scoring. I believe that is the 83. No, that is Ryan Johnson. What am I? Absolutely. I don't see a 38 because he's way out in front of the field. Passing cars already, putting multiple drivers one lap down. Ryan Johnson sitting in that top spot. There you can see him making his way out of the final turn and back towards the stripe here tonight. Heading down the front stretch once again. After taking the pole position here tonight, Ryan Johnson has been able to keep that top spot, and he has been able to step away to a 3.6 second advantage over Joshua Southey. Southey sitting right there in second, right where he started tonight's Merritt Construction Services 125 right here from the Glen. 65 minutes remaining on the stopwatch. We've rolled off, clicked off right at 20 minutes so far here in tonight's 85-minute timed race. That's right, almost an hour and a half of straight driving for these drivers here. No caution flags, only local yellows, only need to slow up a little bit as you make your way through the danger area. I don't know why I threw my quotation marks up, but you know, you can see them maybe. Anyways, so drivers not going to be able to get packed back up with each other, not going to be able to get bunched back up for a restart. Once you get settled in, you have got to try to just keep your head down, elbows up, and try to make some quick lap times, try to click off the gaps that begin to develop, because you have no choice but to go get it from there. You're not going to get the benefit of a caution flag, so these drivers just going to keep it straight racing here all night long from Watkins Glen. And I tell you what, this track is going to put a few drivers to the test. Already catching a few drivers out there. Does look like Patrick Gaspar, first victim of the night, back off the track and back behind pit wall. James Hickson, after trying to fix the car for a long time, looks like he's still stuck down there on pit road. Not quite sure what's going on under the hood, but trying to figure it out still here tonight. Hickson scored in the 22nd spot as they run on the track right now. Mark Ackerman sitting back there in 21st, and Brian Huntley Jr., he has had some trouble and he is being scored off of the raceway as well. Ryan Johnson continuing to dominate here tonight, so we'll jump around the track, see what we can see out there. There you can see familiar 24 of Kayla McCarthy trying to make her way around the track, see if she can break a little bit further up inside of that top 15, maybe even go up there and knock on the door of a top 10. She's got Tyler Rush, Elijah Travis, Chris Wheeler just off in front of them as we watch Wheeler and Travis battle it out right here just behind Richard Remuller. Remuller able to get some spots back after hitting pit road a handful of laps ago. And through the bus stop backstretch chicane, no trouble. And man, look at that. That's a pretty 22 machine. Has a little bit of damage on that right side, and well, no hood on the car right now either. Aerodynamics suffering quite a bit here tonight at the Glen for multiple drivers out on the track. Drivers running wide out of turn number 1. They're going to have to be careful getting up there on that flat section. Car can unload, truck can unload, and you can find yourself having to catch the rear end of the car. But I tell you what, right now we're riding around the track, keeping our focus right here with Thomas Myers, Richard Brymuller, and Chris O'Wheeler just behind them. Why don't we go on board here with one of our onboard camera shots, cockpit camera right here. Let's take a lap or two with Brymuller. Looks to the inside on Myers, looks to have that position preferred spot. He's going to go ahead, hit the throttle on the exit, put the power down, and looks like Myers has some trouble. He's going to lose a ton of ground, lose 2 spots on the speedway as well. After trying to put the power down out of the carousel, Myers going to fall back to 12th. Great onboard camera shot here provided to you by not just the Turn 3 Racing Network, but also all these drivers and crews out here at the Glen here in the Split Decisions Racing's Turtle Shells Triple Threat 2021 season. Do appreciate all the drivers and teams out there allowing us to put these great action shots, camera shots on board and all around this beautiful racing facility here in upstate New York. What a road course it is. What a famed road course it is. A lot of history here at the Glen if you didn't know. Oh, big trouble there. 37 goes around. I believe that's Mark Ackerman. He has had some more trouble here tonight. That's about the second incident for Ackerman. So now he's going to go ahead and pull the pit road. Looks like he's going to go ahead and fix that machine up just a little bit as we continue to watch this run here with Richard Brymuller. We're going to see what we see out on the track, see if we can't find any closer battles there now on screen with Adam Benefield. Tyler Rush lined up just behind him. Chris Wheeler still leads these 2 drivers. Ooh, close racing there with your race leader. Off of the final turn, Ryan Johnson sticking it in there. Gonna move Chris Wheeler right on up out of the way. No contact, but Wheeler pretty much forced to give the room or forced to hit the race leader. Well, you never want to be that guy, you know what I mean? And as we work ourselves about 30 seconds underneath the 60-minute remaining mark, why don't we go ahead and run down some driver highlights here tonight in the Merritt Construction Services 125 top of the speed charts. Leading tonight's race, your pole sitter, that 38 of Ryan Johnson out of Taz Motorsports. Can the Wisconsin native get the job done again? Will we be seeing him in victory lane? Still a long way to go here tonight to see if that happens, but now back to the driver running in second. There you can see that 81 of Joshua Sousey. Sousey making his way by. That Baby Ruth 81 has been sweet all race long, sitting right where he started tonight's race, right in that second spot. Now back to the driver running in third overall here, Waynesboro, Pennsylvania's 19-year-old at a primetime Racing Smith, up 3 spots from where he started tonight's race, but quite a bit back behind your race leader. Looks to be knocking on the door of about 30 seconds back from that top spot, but still running strong. Third overall here for Smith. Back to the driver running in that 4th spot, coming to pit road for his first green flag pit stop, Justin Wilson. That's going to leave Andy Turner right here from C4 Delaware in the Turner Specialties Company 35 machine. That's going to leave him right there in the 5th spot. He will bump up to 4th as Justin Wilson is still down there on pit road just now into the boxes. Wilson will fall down through the running order a few spots here. But already on the pit road, looks like they're ready to drop the jack in 3, 2, 1. Down and away he goes. 14.83 seconds in the box. We'll have to wait to see how the other trucks fare out with that pit stop, with that pit delta, as we're going to begin to see these drivers slowly make their way to pit road. Already, some of these drivers already up to 20 laps into tonight's race, with still a very, very long way to go. We'll go back to the top spot. Your front runner, Ryan Johnson, as he continues to step away from Joshua Sousey back in second. Drivers pretty much spread out throughout this entire racing facility, so not a lot of battles really to show you there. We will look around, see if we don't see some drivers at least nose to tail, see what we can see out there. There you can see the 22 of Chris Wheeler. He's got gaps all around him. Gonna jump back here. How about Tyler Rush and that 27 machine? He's slowly making his way up to the back end of Chase Berry. Berry with some trouble. You can see some damage on his 5. As Kayla McCarthy makes her way out of the bus stop and now through the carousel here. Elijah Travis also with some trouble here tonight. He's been to pit road, back 18 laps into his first green flag run. Travis gonna go ahead and get those 4 fresh tires on his Toyota Supra. How long will your race leader stay out front? And oh, big time trouble for Barry. He goes around again. Gonna jump around the track once again. Back here to this man. Look at this, the 9 of Adam Benefill. He has had a quiet night, has lost 2 spots from where he started tonight's race, gritting in that 12th position, now running in 14th. Trying to check with the race officials and admins to see if we will have that midway point break right here in the Split Decisions Turtle Shells Triple Thread 2021 season. No caution flags coming out here tonight. Will we see that stage break, that halfway point break that we are so used to? And that, my friends, is about the only time we really ever see that caution flag come out, and that is when we have that halfway break. Somewhat similar to what they do, and I believe some of the longer K&N races, I believe they still have that kind of halfway break point. Lets drivers take a minute to breathe, refocus, regather their wits about them, if you will. Will we see that halfway break here tonight? We'll have to wait to see how that all works out, if that holds to be true. But now that 9 of Adam Benefill, he has got quite a bit of ground to make up any positions on the track. Elijah Travis, closest driver to him, as Kayla McCarthy's going to come to pit road this time by Travis. Now up inside your top 12. Adam Benefill going to take that 13th spot away. We'll head a little bit further up on the track through the running order. Take a look at this battle that's beginning to come to fruition right here. 4th and 5th on the track. Justin Wilson, Andy Turner lined up nose to tail. I say nose to tail, but about 2 or 3 car lengths between those 2 drivers there. You can see a wounded Ford machine. I believe that may be Dave Gilbert just off in front of these drivers. I tell you what, Patrick, why don't we go ahead and check in on this? We're about down to 50 minutes remaining here tonight. So why don't we go ahead and check on that lap count here. Leaders working themselves around the track on lap number 26 here tonight. Gonna take the top ticker off for you for just a brief moment. Go ahead and throw down that left side timing and scoring screen for you. You can still follow along with all your favorite drivers out there, as well as maybe their rivals. See if their rivals having some issues here tonight. Drivers turning left and right here tonight in the American Construction Services 125 for Split Decisions Racing's Turtle Shells Triple Threat, the 2021 season, right here at the Glen live on Turn 3 Racing Network. If you haven't already, race fans, throw these drivers a thumbs up, click subscribe, and smash that bell over there on the right-hand side. Get notified anytime we go live here on the Turn 3 Racing Network, whether it's myself, Darkside, Dave in the Cave, or anybody else back at the Turn 3 headquarters. We do appreciate each and every one of you, each and every time you stop by, whether you're just sliding through to say hey, or you're the dedicated fan, friend, or family. We do appreciate each and every one of you. With that being said, race fans, throw these drivers a thumbs up. 33 non-stop minutes of racing into tonight's American Construction Services 125. Looks like some front runners now going to come to pit road. Chris Wheeler, Thomas Myers, both of those drivers down to pit road this time by, as well as Andy Turner. Turner going to bring that 35 machine down to pit road. What will Justin Wilson do? And it does look like most of the front of the field already going to go ahead and make those first pit stops. Drivers kind of sneaking it in on us there. Not a lot of action to speak of on the raceway. I tell you what, one of the closest battles, one of the only battles right here on screen. Tyler Rush still sitting in front of Chase Berry. Berry trying to make something work after he was on the pit road at what would have been lap 20 for his run here tonight. Berry out there in the truck trying to get the job done, running right around an Xfinity Series driver, where I believe that very well may be Tyler Rush, yes. Tyler, one of the Cup Series drivers, do apologize about that. And it looks like Rush going to break off and come to pit road this time by. Luke Smith now jumping up through the timing and scoring. Adam Benefield has had some trouble. What happened with Benefield? Dave Gilbert with some more trouble here tonight as well. Let's take a look, see what happened with this 9. Oh, and looks like just locked up the tires in hard impact with that Armco barrier. That's going right into that bus stop chicane. And drivers having to make their way by some evasive maneuvers trying to get by the Tom's Tool Room Chevy Silverado with some trouble here. Let's see what happened with Dave Gilbert in the 7 machine. The Ford Mustang has seen some better days there. You can see him braking to get into that backstretch chicane, and around he goes, and oh my gosh! Whoa, I don't know who that was, but oh boy, they about ate it as well. One more look at this. Look at how close this was to tearing up yet another machine here. I believe that's Kayla McCarthy. That, oh my goodness. I don't know how she made her way by that. Oh my goodness, that was, whew, that could have been very, very bad for McCarthy right there in a bad spot on the track. Jumping around as drivers continue to make their way around this track, make their way around a few back markers. Drivers still battling for positions. A little bit of gaps developed between everybody right now. No real battles on the speedway for position. We do have a few drivers mixing it up amongst themselves. Lap machines battling with lap machines. Lead lap cars with the back markers as well. So looks like we've got a mixture of bags here tonight, not just as they run on the track, but as they come to the track. Cup cars, Xfinity cars, and trucks all on this track here tonight, all at the same time running for the same race win. We will have 3 class winners here tonight, as we do each and every time we hit the track. Close battle here. Look at Justin Wilson in that 58 machine. He's trying to make his way by the 54 back marker right now. I believe that is Brian Huntley Jr. And Jr. having a little bit of trouble here tonight trying to get that mellow yellow Silverado hooked up, and that's not what he needs. Going around right there. Huntley Jr. with some issues. He's going to go ahead and get it righted. Headed back in the right direction now, but big time moment once again for yet another driver. There you can see it off to the left-hand side of your screen. Only 5 drivers left on the lead lap here tonight. We took to tonight's starting grid with 25 drivers making an attempt at the show here tonight, and we have still got, it looks like right at 20 drivers sitting on the track, or I shouldn't say sitting on the track, running on the raceway right now with just 5 drivers left on the lead lap. Andy Turner fighting hard to try to stay on the lead lap. He keeps going back and forth on whether or not he is on the lead lap. Richard Mueller gonna be the next driver to fall victim. Oh my goodness, your race leader is just absolutely gone. Jacob Bowen with some trouble here. Bowen with some trouble, goes around contact, I believe, with the outside or inside wall, is it here? No real contact as of yet, almost into that inside wall. Bowen with a moment here on the track, and quite a quiet night there for Jacob. He's up 9 spots from where he started tonight's race, still off of the lead lap, but a big time gain. Looks like he is the biggest mover of the race right now, sitting in that 14th position. So Bowen starting all the way at the tail end of the field. Shotgun Sally as we took the green flag standing start for these drivers. And now we watch that Stark Industries 35 machine make his way through the carousel. He's looking for some more on the track. There you can see, I believe, that is the 97 of Jeffrey Ramsdale. Ramsdale scored off of the lead lap. Turner also off of the lead lap, but he's trying to put him down a lap to himself right now. Man, I tell you what, this driver right here, hate to beat a dead horse, if you will, but what a run here for Ryan Johnson. He has stepped out to almost a 10-second advantage, 8.6 to be exact, over your second place runner, Joshua Sousey. Sousey just kind of falling to the wayside, falling back further and further, lap in and lap out, as we are now under the halfway point here tonight. 44 minutes remaining in tonight's Merit Construction Services 125. And with that being said, race fans, we're going to go ahead and take a brief commercial break, step away from the track for just a solid moment, pay a few bills, but don't go anywhere, race fans. We'll be right here live, side by side, so you won't miss any of the action right here from the Glen.
With the Butt Kicker Gamer 2, what you see and what you hear is what you feel. Butt Kicker. The future is feeling.
Back trackside as promised, not missing any of the action as we go side by side here on the Turn 3 Racing Network for the Merritt Constructions Services 125 SDR Triple Threat Turtle Shells season 2021 season. Boy, I mixed that all up. Let's try that again. Back it up, rewind, hit record. There you go. Once again, for the Split Decisions Turtle Shells Triple Threat 2021 season. That sounds more like it. Battle right now between Richard Reimuller, William Klingbeil with a solid run here tonight. That 83 knocking on the door of an overall top 5, sitting a little bit down in his class right now. Klingbeil in the Xfinity class. Richard Reimuller still your highest running Xfinity Series driver. It looks like it is a Cup dominated front of the field. As we jump back, take a look at Jeffrey Ramsdale and his Exalta Chevy Camaro. He's been having a little bit of trouble here tonight following Kayla McCarthy. There you can see McCarthy with a fresh paint job on that machine. Hit that reset button last time she was on pit road. Now down into one of the and big time lockup. Oh my goodness, the 35 around truck parked on the inside as well. That's Richard Crane. He's going to go ahead and tow back to pit road. Big time trouble there for, I believe that was that 35. Yes, indeed, looking at the timing and scoring, that was the 35 of Andy Turner. Big trouble coming into one of the final corners. Now we watch as Elijah Travis tries to make his way by the 58 of Justin Wilson. Wilson sitting third on the track, trying to make his way by. And there you can see just what I was talking about. No real car dominating over the other. That's a Truck Series driver right there passing a lap machine. And I believe Travis sitting right there in the 8th spot. So a truck has lapped all the way up the 8th spot. And your race leader, Ryan Johnson, your pole sitter, he is just gone. Only 4 drivers remain on the lead lap here tonight as we continue to watch the time tick off of that watch at the top left of your screen. 37 minutes now remaining out of tonight's 85 minutes official race distance. No caution flags, no green-white checkers here in the SDR Triple Threat Series. My goodness, close little battle right here with Luke Smith. Driver with some trouble, Tyler Rush having some issues. He goes off track. Elijah Travis goes off track and has trouble. A lot of drivers having a lot of troubles here tonight from the Glen. These left and rights giving these drivers quite a bit of a fit. Most of these drivers on the pit road somewhere around the 20 lap range, respectively in their classes and how they run on the track right now with just about 35 minutes remaining. Why don't we go ahead, check back in on that running bet as we watch this battle on track. Let's take a look at the lap count. And well, doesn't look like it wants to cooperate. Interesting concept. Well, I tell you what, race fans, there's more than one way to figure this on out, so we'll go ahead, get rid of this sidebar graphic for you. Go back, top of the screen one more time, check in on that lap count. 39 laps in. So let's see, let's check in with Patrick Anderson. 54 laps, Patrick. I don't know. I think these drivers are going to get more than that in. We'll go ahead and run down the stopwatch once again at the top of your screen as you can watch these drivers' times tick off right there on the top of your screen. And I tell you what, why don't we go ahead and throw you some different information, best laps going up there on the top of your screen just underneath your favorite driver's name. There you can see Andy Turner, quick time for him on the speedway, 1:15.74. And it looks like the fastest time on the track going to the driver in that second spot, a 1:13.03 being turned here tonight by Sousey. That's about, almost a tenth faster than your race leader, Ryan Johnson. But Johnson has been much more consistent over the course of the run, and he has been able to step out to quite a big lead, over 10 seconds, separating first and second on the track. Ramsdale with some trouble into one of the final corners. I believe that is turn number 8. That has caught quite a few drivers out here tonight. Will it continue to catch drivers out as we watch the three of Jacob Bowen trying to make a pass on Adam Benefield? That is a battle for position on the speedway. That is 13th, 14th on the track. And there you can see to the inside goes Benefield. He's going to lose some ground, lose some time. Taking a look back off of the back end of Benefield, nobody behind him but Bowen just off in front of him after making that pass. Do you want to put a little bug in your ear? Tomorrow night, special event coming here to the Turn 3 Racing Network. We go live at 8:20 tomorrow for, another little triple threat. How about this? These SDR drivers gonna get on the track with 2. That's right. You heard it right. 2 other leagues. We're gonna have a 3-league battle here. Straight cash money in iRacing East Series coming on board. Gonna battle it out with these split decision racers tomorrow night right here on the Turn 3 Racing Network. 100 laps at Talladega Super Speedway. Which league has got what it takes to put their drivers at the top of the podium at the end of tomorrow night's race? So go ahead, mark it on your calendars, make an alarm right now. We go live right here for a special event tomorrow night. 3 leagues battle it out for supremacy at one of the toughest super speedways. Talladega gonna give us a show. Look at this throw. Oh my goodness, Elijah Travis hanging it sideways out of the corner. Man, that is a battle. Let's go back to that one. We'll watch this one continue to unfold. Man, that is crazy close battling between some drivers, some back markers, some lead lap drivers. There you can see the 27 machine, or 77, I apologize. That is Thomas Myers. He's got Elijah Travis tucked in behind him. Jacob Bowen running now in a solid 13th spot. Biggest mover of tonight's race, sitting 10 spots up from where he started tonight's race, running now in that 13th spot, but quite a gap back to the next driver in line. How long will it take to get another position on the track? Got to keep your head down, elbows up, and try to see if you can't make some time up from somewhere, somehow. See if you can run down the drivers in front of you. There you can see 77 struggling to get through turn 1. Still struggling to get through the corners and through the uphill chicane. Oh, in big time trouble. That 77 struggling. Thomas Myers beating the back end off of his Chevy Camaro. That machine has seen some better times. Looks like they may go ahead and put that one to rest after tonight's race here at the the Glen for the Merritt Construction Services 125. 30 minutes now remaining, and Travis, big time struggle, sideways off of the corner. Off of turn 10, back down the front stretch, gonna cross the line. The 51 has quite a bit of ground to make up. He's about 5 seconds behind his closest competitor. Gonna jump around once again. Justin Wilson, he's been on the pit road for the second time here tonight. Down and away, back up on to the track. He's gonna try to see if he can pull some type of pit strategy out of this thing, see if he can make up some time somewhere, as we see some of these drivers jumping the curbing going into that backstretch chicane. Out of the carousel turn 8 right here, and they're going to make their way down this short chute to turn number 9. This is where we've seen a lot of drivers have some trouble. This is where we've seen drivers spinning, drivers going into the sand pit, the gravel pit. Looks like all three of those drivers going to be able to make their way through turns number 9 and now down into turn 10, the final turn, coming back to the stripe this time by now under 30 minutes remaining here tonight in the Merritt Construction 125. Who has got anything for your race leader? We'll go in and check on him here in just a few moments. Going to continue to watch this one as Elijah Travis, Andy Turner, they both break off of the track and down to pit road. I tell you what, let's now jump back there. You can see what a big lead, man. This driver right here, the 38 of Ryan Johnson, putting on quite a show out here tonight. Take a look inside the cockpit, looking right over at Johnson, doing work in the office here. Chevy Z01 Camaro. Johnson has got that Taz Motorsports machine tuned up, fired up, and ready to go. You can hear him babying that throttle quite a bit, staying off of it, eggshelling it, if you will. We hear that term a lot at short tracks, too, when you're trying to get the power down. Road course racing lends its hand to a little bit of short track racing styles. You have to be easy on the brakes. What they like to say is soft in, hard out. You want to come into the corner nice and easy, let the car rotate, and then put that power down when you can. And I don't mean just slam it to the floor. You got to ease and squeeze down on that throttle, get the tires hooked up, and then fire yourself off towards the front of the field. There you can see a few of the back markers trying to make their way back around Ryan Johnson, but he's having none of it. He'll put Bowen down a lap. He'll also put that 27 of Tyler Rush down a lap. Multiple drivers down laps here today, and only 2 drivers left on that lead lap right now. The man on screen right now, focus of the race at the front of the field. The 38 of Ryan Johnson continues to lead. Joshua Salcy still running in that second spot, right where he started tonight's race. Almost a full pit road delta gap between first and second right now. Ryan Johnson enjoys a 21-second race advantage over Salcy, who's got quite a bit of an advantage back to Justin Wilson. Wilson sitting in the third spot. He's about, right about a minute and 5 seconds behind Salcy, who's running in second. So Salcy could come to pit road and still rejoin the racetrack right around, I would say, probably still in that second position, because Wilson pitted from third. Although he lost the lead lap, he did manage to keep himself in that third spot, 7 seconds in front of Luke Wilson, who has charged his way back towards the front of the field after falling back just a little bit on the initial start of tonight's Merritt Construction Services 125. Smith making his way into the top 5, sitting in the 4th spot. Travis back to pit road once again. Kayla McCarthy also to pit road. Oh, and big trouble for Southsea. Trying to go around the back marker. He locks it up through the bus stop. Gonna swing it wide. 14 with trouble. Almost contact again. Woo, Michael Hayward talking about trying to get the car under control. Almost back across the track and into Southsea. Ooh, that was close. Going to jump around the track just a little bit, try to bring you some of the battles going on, whether it be for a spot on the lead lap, whether it be, oh, big time trouble there for Benefield. He gets sideways out of turn number 10. And I say turn 10, it all matters how you count these corners. If you count them, for instance, the back stretch chicane, I count as, excuse me, my goodness, as it turns 5, 6, and 7. Some call it 7, 8, 9. Some call it, you know what I mean? It all depends how you terminalize things here. I like to say 10 different corners here at the Glen. The good old Cup Car Classic layout right here. Timing and scoring showing William Klingbeil, Tyler Rush to pit road this time by, so they'll come to pit road for their second stop of the race. Ryan Johnson, your race leader, has yet to come to pit road for the second time here tonight. He is the only driver sitting inside of your top 7 that has yet to come to pit road for his second stop. We're going to go ahead and take a look at the gaps once again that are between all of these drivers, and there you can see upwards of 1 minute separating Ryan Johnson from Joshua Southsea. Looks like the front of this field, barring any major catastrophes for either of the drivers running first and second right now, looks like with those drivers, if they're going to have trouble. If anybody's going to do anything with those top 2, they're going to have trouble. They are just out and gone. Look at the timing. Look at the ticker up there, all the way up through 10th place, down 2 laps on the evening here tonight. That just lets you see and know the pace out of that 38 and 81. Richard Mueller going to make his way by Jacob Bowen. Pass, I should say, not for position. Both of those drivers off of the lead lap and a lot of distance separating them two on the timing and scoring as we jump back up to your second place runner. There you can see that 81 Baby Ruth machine piloted by Southsea. He's going to make his way through turn number 1. McCarthy with some trouble runs wide in turn 1. Southsea gonna make his way by and now up through turns 2, 3, and 4. That uphill chicane. We've seen some drivers get caught out through this section of the race, and that's nothing to blink your eyes at. That section of the track, very difficult, very, very technical. Ryan Johnson going to come to pit road this time by. He's going to give up quite a bit of his gap for the fresh tires and fuel, but look for him to begin to step away from the field as everybody behind him all ready to pit road for their second stop. So he's going to have much fresher tires coming out of pit road. Looks like we've still got 5 drivers left on the lead lap. Richard Mueller going to come to pit road in the 92. From that 5th spot, Chase Berry, William Klingbeil still out there on track. Down and away, up to speed already. Ryan Johnson reassumes that race lead. And well, race fans, it's been about 15 minutes or so since we've checked in on this one, so why don't we now go back, check in on that lap count as we are now under 20 laps to go. Check out how many they put on the speed charts already. Ryan Johnson, Joshua Salsi right here on lap number 51. Uh-oh, Patrick, looks like you're in danger. 54 laps being set out there in the chat. You can see it all, race fans, right there on the YouTube sides of things. Looks like somebody's gonna miss this one, so nobody taking Dave's money here tonight. Looks like everybody gonna have to wait to get that to have their shot back at it. And well, I tell you what, if you're out there listening to TV Land tonight, race fans, I tell you what, if you're able to come into tomorrow night's race when we go live right here on the Turn 3 Racing Network for Split Decisions Racing's, well, it's a triple threat once again. They're going to go up against iRacing East Series as well as straight cash money for a league versus league special event right here live on the Turn 3 Racing Network tomorrow at 8:30 Eastern Time. Set your clocks, set your alarms. It's gonna go down tomorrow, and it looks like, well, 2 laps to go, Patrick, so nobody gonna win that $35 for picking the right amount of laps. So we'll go ahead and add $5 to that for tomorrow night. 40 laps gonna go to anybody that can put in the chat. Typically, it's with 60 minutes remaining, so tomorrow night, first time these drivers have had a true lap count out there. So I tell you what, we're gonna have to skip tomorrow night, or you know what? I'll make it more interesting. Caution laps. Cautions on the speedway. That's what we're gonna work that with tomorrow night. If you can tell me by lap number 25 how many caution flags fly in tomorrow night's race, you'll win Dave's dollars here from Darkside Dave in the Cave. That's right, you heard it from me. Gonna continue the trend that we have here in the Split Decisions Turtle Shells Triple Threat 2021 season. We're gonna continue that trend over to tomorrow night, so if you want to be a part of that, tune in, set your clocks, set your calendars. 8:30 Eastern right here live on the Turn 3 Racing Network. Ryan Johnson still with a huge race advantage. He's sitting 39 seconds out in front of Joshua Salsi, right at about 1 minute in front of Justin Wilson, running in the 3rd spot. Wilson, your highest running truck series driver. Luke Smith sitting right back there in the 4th spot. Richard Mueller still running inside your top 5, actually rounding out the last spot in your top 5. As we go back to a little bit of a battle here, Andy Turner starting to close the distance in on Elijah Travis. They're going to battle with each other for just a moment. Elijah having some issues there coming out of the bus stop. That's going to let these drivers catch up. Turner going to be all over them. Lap 54 now on the board. Sorry, Patrick, you'll have to wait until tomorrow to see if you can win Dave's dollars right here. That's right. Try to take my cash if you can. Tomorrow night's going to be how many caution flags will fly in the 100-lap official race that we have with a league versus league special event right here on the Turn 3 Racing Network, live from Talladega Super Speedway tomorrow night. But we've got to wait to finish tonight's Merritt Construction Services 125, right here from Watkins Glen International Raceway. Drivers making their way around the track, watching Joshua Salsi make his way by a few of these back markers. That 81, he had some trouble. Looks like he was able to get the ship righted, but he has not gained that much ground on the race leader at all. Battle still starting to develop back here just outside of your top 10. Going to be a battle for that 10th and final spot in the top 10. There you can see that 51 Toyota Supra piloted by Elijah Travis. He's going to go 10th right now, but he's got Andy Turner tucked in just behind him. Turner 1.6 seconds back off of Travis. As we click off these laps here very slowly, final it looks like, let's see, about 10 minutes or so, 13. I'll tell you what, why don't we go ahead and see if we can't show that time once again out there on the track. See why we can't see what we want to see here. There you can see 14 minutes now remaining on the track. Sorry about that, race fans. So with 14 minutes remaining, looks like iRacing thinks these drivers going to put in another 13 laps. Ryan Johnson beginning his next lap here has a commanding lead after walking away with the pole position here tonight in the Merritt Construction Services 125. Still working his way around the track, still working at putting multiple drivers off of the lead lap. Richard Mueller struggling to stay on the lead lap, and he is going to fall to the wayside now. Justin Wilson in that 58 truck. We've seen him be fast all night long. He's given up a spot to Luke Smith, so your top three runners all sitting in those Cup cars. And speaking of Luke Smith making a run towards the front up into that third spot, Smith came in to tonight's race leading the point standings in the Cup class and overall. So Smith doing a heck of a job out there so far this year, leading all the drivers in the points. 145 points in the bag for Smith, and he's looking to add to that point advantage. But Ryan Johnson, he's been on a tear as of late. Before we took last week's little break off due to some technical and technical computer issues, let's just be honest with it and tell it like it is. Having some issues with hard drive and things of that nature, since that obviously has been corrected. But Ryan Johnson with some great finishes over the past few weeks. He finds himself sitting third in the Cup class, sitting, I believe, just 13. Second in the Cup class, sitting just 13 points behind Luke Smith. So those solid runs coming to pay off. Taking it to the bank has been Johnson as of late, and he looks to possibly take over that overall points lead in the Cup class. We'll have to see if he's going to be able to do so. Still running strong here tonight. 56 seconds between himself and your second place runner, Joshua Salsi. We'll go ahead and run down some more of these driver spotlights and highlights. There you can see that 27-year-old Taz Motorsports DCD Bodycraft VTech Services sponsored the 37 machine. Man, I tell you what, it has been clean at the front of this field for Johnson, making some good decisions as he makes his way around and through back markers. Now back to the driver running in the second spot on the speedway, quite a bit of a ways behind. There you can find Joshua Salsi in that 81. As we mentioned moments ago, coming into tonight's race, Primetime Racing's very own 19-year-old out of Waynesboro, Pennsylvania, Luke Smith leading the overall points and leading the Cup class coming into tonight's race, having a solid run here tonight, rounding out your overall podium position. Smith runs in third. And a driver onto pit road. We'll still take a look at him there. You can see Justin Wilson bringing his truck down to pit road for what will be the third and should be the final stop of the race for that 58. Now Richard Ryan Mueller, there you can see him making his way through the backstretch chicane, the bus stop, and now through the carousel. Can the Lynbrook, New York native get the job done? If he can't, well, sorry, sir, he's doing his best. The Spaceballs cadet, that's right, Richard Reimuller running in fifth. Gonna highlight a few drivers out there not running in that overall top five. Let's go back here to this driver. Check out Jacob Bowen, the 15-year-old out of Reno, Nevada, getting the job done here tonight, up 10 spots from where he started tonight's race all the way back in that 23rd spot. Now he sits in the 13th position and knocking on the door of possibly taking away that 12th spot, because Kayla McCarthy, do want a big shout out to Kayla out of Fort Worth, Texas, the 32-year-old getting the job done here tonight. Kayla missing quite a few races there for a point in time, but now she's got that Texas Roadhouse sponsored 24 dialed in, dialed up 7 spots from where she started tonight's race, knocking on the door of a top 10. Should Elijah Travis and Andy Turner have some trouble, they're sitting in 10th and 11th on the speedway. Kayla running in 12th. Let's see here. Who have we not seen here tonight? Well, we've seen just about everybody on the track. Let's see who we see. Let's see where they put us out here. Luke Smith right there running in the third spot. We'll take a look back off of the rear end of his machine. I believe that may be Andy Turner. Down a lap, down multiple laps here is Turner, but still running strong just behind Luke Smith. Do apologize, that's actually the 14 of Michael Ayward sitting behind Luke Smith. We'll jump back now as McCarthy begins to get closed in on. Bowen starts to make up a little bit of ground up to the 83 of William Klingbeil. And as we slowly click off the final few laps, slowly let the final few minutes click away from the stopwatch. If you haven't already, race fans, toss these drivers a thumbs up, click subscribe, and smash that bell over there on the right-hand side. Get notified anytime we go live here on the Turn 3 Racing Network, whether it's myself, Darkside Dave in the Cave, or anybody else back at the Turn 3 headquarters. We do appreciate each and every one of you, each and every time you stop by, whether you're just sliding through to say, hey, you are the dedicated fan, friend, or family. We do appreciate each and every one of you stopping by here tonight for the Merrick Construction Services 125. And if you haven't already, as we said, an hour and 17 minutes into this 85-minute run, these drivers running straight through here tonight, getting the job done. That deserves more than just a thumbs up. So if you haven't already, race fans, go ahead and toss these drivers that thumbs up. Gonna check back in with your race leader. Doesn't look like he's having any trouble out there on the track. And now he is all over the rear end of the driver running in the third spot. Oh, big time trouble right in front of your race leader. And now Ryan Johnson has put Luke Smith down one lap. That's going to leave us with just 2 drivers remaining on the lead lap here tonight. My goodness, Ryan Johnson putting on a clinic at road course racing here at Watkins Glen. My gosh, 6 minutes remaining. Does he have enough time? Can he make up enough time? Can he possibly put Joshua Salsi also off of the lead lap here tonight. Can Ryan Johnson walk away tonight, being the only driver left on the lead lap? We still got just under 6 minutes to find out. Can he get that job done? He's sitting about 3 seconds faster last time by. Last time across the stripe. We'll wait as this all cycles back through, see how the lap times fare this time by. For your race leader, a 1:16.47. That is still over a second faster than Salsi's last lap. We'll see what he runs this time by. Man, I just cannot get over this run that Ryan Johnson is having tonight. Looked at the ticker as it scrolls across the screen there. Drivers inside of your top 10 down 3 laps. Not 1, not 2, 3 laps down to your race leader. Ryan Johnson is an alien. He is in his own world right now inside of that 38 Taz Motorsports machine. I tell you what, his engine's going to have to blow if you're going to catch him tonight. He is just gone. And well, for giggles, let's see if Dave can win. Dave's dollars here tonight. Remember, it's right there in the chat. We can go back. 62 laps is what I called. Let's see how close we are to that. Oh, Dave misses it as well already now on lap number 64. And we're going to have at least another 4, possibly 5 laps before we see that checkered flag fly for, barring any catastrophe, this man right here, front and center on screen, that 38 of Ryan Johnson, dominating here tonight from the Glen. And how about Salsi? Joshua Salsi running in that second position right now, way off in front of the drivers on screen. Luke Smith right there in the 10 machine, sitting in that third spot, being scored 1 lap down. He's 10 seconds behind Salsi right now. Ryan Johnson has put on a clinic, but how about Salsi? He's been the only one even remotely in touch with your race leader, and he is sitting over a minute behind. And with just about 2 minutes remaining, looks like we're only gonna have time for about 2 more laps. Making his way now into turn number 9 is your race leader, Ryan Johnson. He's got that top spot, and I don't believe anybody's gonna take it from him unless he has got a crash and has to tow from there. Nobody gonna be able to make up the amount of time they're gonna need to get by Ryan Johnson. Gonna cross the line. See, I believe the white flag. No, not gonna have the white flag that time by. We're gonna have one more round to go here. Popsicle sticks for your race leader, dominating machine. Out of Taz Motorsports, Ryan Johnson has found a way to just absolutely walk away from this thing. Last time by, your race leader still faster than the rest of the field. 16:62, 1:16:66 for Johnson, a 1:16:86 for Joshua Salsi. So Salsi continuing to lose a little bit of time. Fortunately enough, Not going to be enough time out there on the track for him to lose a lap to your race leader. Johnson off of turn number 7, the carousel. Turn number Turn number 8 now into 9. Turn number 10 here. Final turn back across the stripe. He'll see the white flag fly this time. 1 to go here at the Glen. Last lap of the race. He's only got 10 corners. Now make it 9 to go. Can he bring this dominating performance home and take the checkered flag once again? Ryan Johnson with a heck of a run here tonight. Do want to highlight a few other drivers out there on the track. Going to check in and take a look at these top 3 runners on the track. There you can see sitting in that second spot, Joshua Southey with a solid run here tonight. Luke Smith sitting back in that third spot. There you can see that Chevy ZL1 Camaro. Highest running truck class driver, Justin Wilson, sitting in the fourth spot. And I do believe Richard Mueller gonna take the top spot in the Xfinity class, sitting in that fourth spot. But here is your race winner. Oh, big trouble for some drivers behind. Ryan Johnson gonna come off the final corner, whipping and wiggling to the line. Checkered flag in hand. Your race winner right there, front and center. Woody Designs, Taz Motorsports sponsored, 38 of Ryan Johnson. Southey gonna cross the line in second. Luke Smith, Justin Wilson, Richard Mueller round out your top 5. Man, what a show, what a win for Ryan Johnson. 38 taking away yet another win here tonight. I tell you what, he's becoming a familiar face in the post-race interviews. We'll let him enjoy his cool down lap here, and we're going to begin to get things set up and ready to go for your post-race interviews. So don't go anywhere, race fans. We will be right back. back trackside as your class winners still continuing their celebrations out there on the track. Man, what a show here tonight for the American Construction Services 125. And we'll see if we can't catch in and have a few words with the drivers out there on the track. Let's see if we can't get in a word or two with the driver that walked away with the truck class win here tonight from the Glen. Justin Wilson is Dave in the booth. You got a copy?
Yes, sir. How you doing?
Doing great, my man. How about yourself after walking away with a truck class win?
Actually, that was a lot of fun. Being able to run with the other cars, keeping up pace with them, and trying to fight this truck that was out of control the entire time. It was actually a lot of fun.
Well, Justin, correct me if I'm wrong. One of your first few weeks here, unfortunately, I had some issues with the technology, kept me from coming on board last week. Not very long into the run here with SDR for you and that 58 crew.
Yeah, this is the first race. Buddy of mine, Chase Berry, showed me in, and been trying to find a decent place to run. And this actually sounded like a lot of fun, having multi-class racing. So this was my first race.
Well, first race, first time winner. Heck of a job out there. How was it really, knowing that you know the drivers that were in front of you were cup car drivers, but you still had pace in that truck? How's that make you feel, knowing that you've got the pace inside a truck while they're in, well, what's considered the biggest and baddest out there on the track?
Oh yes, it's definitely challenging, because knowing that I was faster than them in the corners, but they had that straightaway speed that you couldn't match. So we were just in a constant back and forth battle. It almost had to wait till they slipped up for me to do anything. But it was exciting to be able to run with all those cup cars. And to stay on the lead lap for the entire race, except for the end where I had to pit for fuel. That was my put a smile on my face.
Absolutely, man. A solid run, a solid qualifying effort for you and the entire 58 crew. So before we let you go and celebrate your class win here tonight, Justin, would you like to give any shout-outs, thank yous, love yous? Thank anybody else on the side of that 58 Silverado?
Oh, yeah. Chase Berry was running with me today. I want to thank him. And like I said, you guys are putting the show on. My friends, they were watching the race, Randy and Keith. And, but yeah.
All right, my man, Justin. Well, first-time winner on the first-time show. We'll see if you can make it back-to-back when we hit the track once again next Friday night. And, hey, who knows? You going to make that special league versus league special event tomorrow night?
No, I won't be able to make tomorrow night, but I will definitely be here next week.
All right, my man. We'll look forward to seeing if we can't catch up with you a little further on throughout this season.
Yeah, buddy.
All right, there you go. Final few parting words from the driver walking away with that truck class win. There you can see it, man on screen, man of the minute there in that truck class here in the Split Decisions Racing's Turtle Shells Triple Threat 2021 season. And that's going to bring us to none other than the driver that walked away with the top spot in the truck class. Let's see if we can't dial up that 92 of Richard Ryan Mueller's. Dave in the booth, you got a copy?
Hey, Dave, I got you.
Hey, man, how you doing, bro?
Pretty good.
Well, the Space Cadet getting the job done once again here, man. Got to feel good about a post-race interview once again.
Yeah, it's nice. I wish it would have been 3 times in a row, but I had to leave last week in the middle of the race. So I had to win the stage and just leave. But,
well, unfortunately, Richard, as you already know, I wasn't able to be there, and do apologize to not just you, but the entire league, and as well as all the fans that love to come watch everybody race here. Man, that Spaceballs machine was hooked up pretty much all night. You stayed inside of that top 5. How tough was it to lose the lead lap so late in the race?
well, I mean, it's not like it mattered losing the lead lap to the cup cars, because it's not like I'm racing them. But I got wrecked out by a truck about 10 minutes into the race, and blew the motor, so I had to limp it back around, get my fast repair, and run through the field and be off sequence. So it was was a lot harder than I thought it was going to be because Thomas Gould isn't here to wipe the floor with me again. But it's
Well,
interesting.
Well, Richard, man, congratulations on the great run here tonight. But I'm going to look a little bit past tonight here. We'll get back tonight here after this brief question. Tomorrow night, split decisions racing as well as straight cash money and iRacing E-Series going with a league versus league special event. We going to see that 92 Spaceballs machine out there on track at Talladega?
I wish I could, honestly, but I had to miss the I guess qualifying race, so I will not be part of it.
Ah, well, that is a kind of a bummer to hear because I like that Spaceballs machine. Not a lot of people may appreciate it, but I love seeing that thing week in and week out. And unfortunately, I guess we're gonna have to wait to see if we can't catch up with you once again post race next Friday night. So with that being said, my man, would you like to give any shout outs, thank yous, love yous, thank anybody else on that 92?
No, just thank you to the admins for putting this on, and thank you for broadcasting it.
Well, all right, my man. We'll see if we can't catch up with you a little bit later on throughout this year.
All right, thank you much.
There you have it. Final few parting words from the driver inside of that Spaceball-sponsored 92. Driver out of Lynbrook, New York, Richard Reimuller takes the top spot in the Xfinity class, and that's going to lead us to, well, you already know who. The man right there parked behind him after still burning it down, walking away with the overall race win in the Cup class win once again, Ryan Johnson. Man, it must feel good up there in Wisconsin. How's the weather?
Today was better. It's been pretty chilly all week, but being in Wisconsin, we can get all 4 seasons in one day, so you never know what you're gonna get.
Well, I was gonna say it's got to be burning up in the house because you're absolutely hot every time we join you on the track. It seems like we're left talking to each other.
I mean, I'm not gonna complain. I like talking to you at the end of the race, and if I'm talking to you at the end of the race, that means I win. So I mean, that's just a bonus, you know.
Yeah, I know exactly what you mean. I love talking to me too. Well, in all seriousness, my man, heck of a job. You came into tonight's race sitting second, I believe, in the Cup standings, walking away with the race win here tonight in the points leader, Smith, finishing third overall. You're going to gain quite a bit here. How does that make you feel, not just moving forward in the rest of this season, but how's that make you feel going into tomorrow's special event race at Talladega?
Luke is really fast. Unfortunately I've had to miss a couple races, but I think me and him are having a really good battle. We've raced really cleanly together and had a lot of fun. Definitely looking forward to tomorrow. I think it's gonna be a scrap. Really hoping that we can just keep it clean and have a lot of good racing tomorrow, though. Me and him will probably end up working it together at some point. So, it's gonna be fun.
Well, foes become friends at times, and who knows, by the end of tomorrow's night's race, you may be foes once again. But as always, Ryan, it's been a pleasure watching you, and what a dominating performance it was here tonight in the American Construction Services 125 from Watkins Glen. Man, a heck of a job with the race win, overall in-class win once again. So, Mike's yours once again. You know the drill. Have at it, my man.
Yeah, I want to thank the admins here at Split Decisions, you up in the booth for broadcast, and Taz Motorsports, Woody's Designs, DCD, Bodycraft, Sturtevant Auto, family, friends, girlfriend, mom, my buddy, hopefully he's watching, Joe. I think I got all our sponsors for the league, and I think that's it.
All right, my man. Well, as always, and I already said it here tonight, pleasure catching up with you, not just during the race, but post-race as well. Heck of a job with the race win once again, and we'll look forward to seeing if we can't catch up with you at some point in time tomorrow night and a little bit later on in the season.
Yeah, absolutely, buddy.
Well, there you have it. Ryan Johnson walks away with yet another win here tonight from Watkins Glen International Raceway, upstate New York, putting on a show here with Split Decisions Racing's Turtle Shells Triple Threat 2021 season. It's all in the bag. It's all in the books. Not much left to do here tonight from the booth except get you ready, get you prepared, get you ready for the rundown tomorrow at Talladega Super Speedway. 3 leagues fighting it out. Which one can top them all? Who's got what it takes to be the baddest on the planet? The last man standing at Talladega Super Speedway tomorrow night, right here, live on the Turn 3 Racing Network, 8:30 p.m. That's where you can find us, right here. And well, with that being, oh my goodness, producers hitting those buttons ready to go in the background, ain't they? Kicking things off with a bang here at the end of tonight's race. Gonna run down tonight's unofficial race results, walking away with that top spot. There you can see it right there on your screen. Ryan Johnson leads the field. Walking away in second, last driver on the lead lap, Joshua Sousey in the 81. Finishing 1 lap down in that third spot, the 10 of Luke Smith, followed by Justin Wilson. Richard Reimuller going to round out your top 5. Chase Perry going to finish in 6th. William Klingbeil in the 83 walking away in 7th, while Chris Wheeler pilots that 22 machine home in the 8th spot. The 77 of Thomas Myers going to finish in the 9th position here tonight. Rounding out the top 10 in the Merit Construction Services 125 will be the 35 of Andy Turner. 51 of Elijah Travis brings his Toyota Supra home in the 11th spot, while Kayla McCarthy walks away in 12th. Jacob Bowen in the 3 machine gonna finish in 13th. 14th spot goes to Jeffrey Ramsdale. Dave Gilbert gonna finish in 15th. Walking away from the track here tonight, slotting in that 16th spot, the 14 of Michael Ayward. Richard Crane gonna walk away from the speedway in 17th. 18th spot tonight goes to Adam Benefield. 19th on the track here tonight, the 27 of Tyler Rush, while Brian Huntley Jr. rounds out your top 20. Mark Ackerman back there in 21st. 22nd goes to James Hickson. Patrick Gaspar back there in 23rd. 24th spot goes to Lucas Gortman, while Michael Young rounds out your top 25. Final driver in the field here tonight. Both Gortman and Young with some early trouble, having to go back behind the wall before they had a chance to start tonight's race. And well, race fans, with that being said, that's all she wrote. That's all she is. Be sure to check us out tomorrow night, right here at 8:30 p.m. Eastern for the League vs. League special event. That's right, Split Decisions Racing goes against Straight Cash Money in the iRacing E-Series right here. Who's going to take the top spot? Tune in tomorrow night to find out. If you haven't already, throw these drivers a thumbs up, click subscribe, and smash that bell over there on the right-hand side. Get notified anytime we go live here on the Turn 3 Racing Network. Whether it's myself, Darkside Dave in the Cave, or anybody else back at the Turn 3 headquarters, we do appreciate each and every one of you, each and every time you stop by. With all that being said, race fans, new day, new year. We'll see you tomorrow right here on the Turn 3 Racing Network. And well, until then, my friends, you know we'll be, you know we'll all be. That's right. Turn 3.